Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 25th to May 1st. Let's see what we have coming up here for you this week. I feel like there's some creative expansion. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I should have said this before I put the card down. But when I was tuning into your energy, I kept seeing the book or the movie, the story Eat, Pray, Love. And it felt as though some of you may be on this new path of you might be like doing something different, embarking on some kind of adventure, but it's like soul searching. There's a new experience. Maybe you're really wanting to go on some kind of trip, some kind of travel, or there's some kind of change that you're making in your life that is like going to take you to the next level or help you grow or expand in some way or another. And I feel like it's for the purpose of that. It's like to learn something new, to experience something new, maybe meet new people, find something else about yourself, or discover yourself in some way. And so I feel like you're at this place where you're ready for something new and different and expansive and more soul enriching. And I really wish I said that before I put this card down. But this is so beautiful. I love how this is confirming that. So new beginnings, but I feel like it's more, it could play into relationships, of course, and friendships and all of that, but it feels like the basis of it is for the purpose of some of you maybe even like starting a new career. I am seeing writing. So maybe some of you are writers, or you like to travel and you like to blog. Maybe you do like this, you have a blog like that, where you go to different places and you kind of document what you see, your experience, maybe the different foods that you're eating, or maybe that's something new that you're going to start doing. I really feel like some of you are taking on like a new project, but it feels like a long-term thing, like something that you'll really enjoy developing. And it's also something that you're going to develop a new skill within yourself as well. So maybe it's something you're just starting out, but sense this enthusiasm in, I wonder how far I can go with this, or I wonder how good I can get if I just keep doing it. So there is like a level of excitement to this. So this is really nice. It feels kind of like a passion project. Okay. And I love this at the bottom of the deck. I couldn't stop looking at it. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is really beautiful. So I really feel like this new beginning for some of you has a lot of new opportunities and possibilities for you. Yeah. I feel like this is just all about newness. Yeah, Two of Wands. See, this is at a crossroads, making a decision, making a choice. I'm really being drawn to that world that he's holding in his hand. It's like he has the world at the palm of his hand. And it's, he's like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? I want to have options and choices. So it really feels like you're at a place where you get to choose whatever you really want, like kind of spoiled for choice almost. There's this, what do I want to do with my life from here? Wow. See, look at that. Travel, movement, change in careers. This is needing to find some kind of balance as you navigate from one stage in your life to the next. We'll look deeper into that. What else do we need to know here for this week? Cancer. One more for Cancer. Yeah, let's look at that. Eight of Pentacles, hard work. Also passion. Eight of Pentacles, I sometimes associate that with getting to do what we love as our career, getting to do what we love, what we're passionate about, but we also get paid for it. So we get to make that our full-time thing. And it's like the perfect combination, right? Like, I feel like that's everybody's dream, to get to just do what you love and get to make a living from that. So very beautiful, Cancer. Okay, Two of Wands. What do we need to know about this? Some of you may be really connected to roses. I'm seeing roses. Strong focus on roses. Five of Swords. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So walking away, some of you are walking away from something that has really been taxing, is what I'm hearing. It's been taxing. Something that's become heavy, it feels like there's something that's become kind of draining, actually. Energetically draining, mentally draining, maybe even. Like something is starting to feel like too much. But we're going towards independence here. Maybe some of you are walking away from like a work environment, perhaps, where you feel like it's been draining, it's been maybe unfair, imbalanced. And maybe some of you are setting off on doing your own thing. You're wanting to create your own thing, move somewhere else. I'm definitely seeing movement and travel. That's really strong in your reading this week. You have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is all about prioritizing yourself. This is about self-care, self-love, creating something of your own, getting to have more options and choices in your life is what I'm seeing here. I feel like maybe where you have felt, it has felt really restrictive, or where you've been has felt kind of restrictive. Yeah, a new idea. I feel like there's this new idea. There's an offering of this new idea. Pay attention to your insights, your intuition. Like, where are you being guided? What you may even have like random curiosities or interests in something, and that feels like it's kind of coming out of nowhere. But look at that, a wish come true. Star manifesting something. I feel like they're manifesting a dream. This is really beautiful. Oh wow. We have the Ace of Cups. Something that you're being offered, some kind of opportunity, but that could also come in the form of like an insight. It could come in the form of an idea, and putting action towards it or executing on it is going to lead you to what your soul and heart is really craving. You're being guided to that. So I feel like the message that's coming through really strong right now is to really listen to where you're being pulled. Because I feel as though there's a reason you're being pulled in that direction. Sometimes some things may not logically make sense, or may not really, we don't see the full picture, but it's like you're being drawn to something for a reason. There's something that it's calling your soul or your heart for a reason. And I'm really strongly feeling to prioritize how you're feeling, like what you're being drawn towards, to trust that. Something that will renew your heart. There's also a healing energy to this as well. There's something that's kind of healing. I feel like some of you are healing your heart. I feel like there's also something where we felt like this may only apply to some, but they're bringing my attention to this, that something from childhood or something from when we were younger that we loved to do, but we couldn't do, or maybe we didn't have the resources, or for some reason there was like this wound that kind of contributed to like feeling like we missed an opportunity, or we didn't do something. I kind of feel like there's something that was missed, and in some form or another, it feels kind of complex. So take it as it resonates. But I am sensing that there's a renewal there of something, like rediscovering a love or a passion for something that we loved as a child, or maybe an interest we had when we were in school, but we might have let it go or forgotten about it, or, just got distracted and started doing other things. But I feel like there's a resurgence of that, like there's a renewal there. And the thing is, what they're also showing me is it had to happen that way, though, because it's like the growth that you went through when this maybe career path or this interest was not in your life, but maybe we like disconnected from it for a while. There was a lot of growth that happened in between. And so now as something returns, it's like we understand the value of it, but we're also in the place in our life where we can do something with it. Like we know how to act on it or make something out of it. And there's something about expression here, because I really felt a pressure in the throat chakra. So some of you, your throat chakra may be healing. And I feel like that is going to help in finding clarity on how to execute something or how to make something come alive. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. So I feel like as you're definitely in between worlds right now. There's something changing. There's an imbalance in the sense that there's change, there's movement, and I feel like though there is this need for stability for that Four of Pentacles, like needing to ground oneself, needing to kind of hold on to something that feels stable, that feels grounding, that feels like. Six of Cups. See, this is that childhood. There's something about childhood. There's something about fond memories, happy memories, or like a connection to something. Maybe there's a connection to the inner child here. Yeah, the Seven of Cups and then the Knight of Cups. It feels like the world is kind of like your inner world may be kind of changing and shaking up. This could also be a relationship. I didn't really see relationship cards, but this could be a relationship. But I think in some sense, whether this is a relationship or a career path, I feel like the story is the same. Something that we loved when we were young, and we may have had to disconnect from it for a while, go through a growth period. And now as it kind of re-enters our life, we're in a space where we can receive this special gift, whatever it is, in the way that it's meant for. It's like being preserved or is being kept until we were ready to receive it. But I feel like these things are introduced when we're young, so we don't forget them because they're there. So we recognize them when they return. That's what I'm hearing. And I feel like that applies even in a relationship. If you met someone you were young and there was like a separation, and it's like you never forget that person. So it's like leaves an imprint, so you don't forget that when they return, you instantly recognize it. I don't know. That may just apply to some people. Overcoming barriers, overcoming blockages, overcoming things that may have stood in the way in the past of pursuing something here. Yeah, look at that. The Ten of Swords. So painful experiences, painful lessons that we needed to learn, things that had to really shift our perception. It kind of these experiences that really kind of molded us into who we're transcending into. It causes like the ending of who we used to be, or an identity of what we thought we were or what we thought life was, and allowing ourselves to grow beyond it, allowing ourselves to let go of something that is actually already over, is what I'm hearing. Like something is already over, but it's the strength to kind of detach from that is kind of playing a role here. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is about self-care, self-nurture. But I feel like a lot of this, so for some of you, it's like a lot of the experiences that we're tying up and, finishing and closing the chapter on has a lot to do with teaching us what we're worth, being able to tap into what we're worth, how we value ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we care for ourselves based off of the choices we make and what we decide to pursue. And I really feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, she is the symbol of that. She's the symbol of, how much do I value myself and what am I willing to invest in myself, to how much am I going to believe in myself kind of thing. So this is about nurturing oneself. This is also about mothering. This is about mothering oneself, becoming one's own internal mother, giving yourself the things that you needed, maybe that you did not receive when you were growing up, and giving that to yourself. So this is about spiritual growth and spiritual maturity, and really caring for oneself and allowing ourselves to detach from those experiences we just don't need anymore. Yeah, we have the Queen of Wands. So being able to apply all of our skills and talents into something that we can create abundance for ourselves here. We can become fully stand within our power. The Queen of Wands is very confident. She's also very protected. She's protected with that black cat in front of her, but it's also about that power, that solar plexus energy, that power, that identity, knowing who you are, knowing what you're worth is your protection. I strongly believe that our empowerment protects us in such powerful ways, because it helps us. Because when we know our worth, we know it's easier to sense when things outside of us are out of alignment with that worth, with that empowerment. So it's like that is knowing your worth really helps you to choose the right things for yourself that are authentic to you. And that's what we're embodying here. So very beautiful. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Wow, look at that. So this is that fulfillment, that happiness, and also being led to all the right things. So it's like being able to put our work, our love, our passion into what we do, sets us on this path that creates a domino effect. So it's leads us to the right kinds of friendships, connections, networking, opportunities. And, it pours water into our garden, it nourishes it. It helps us to really grow it. There's growth to be had here, which is what that Ace of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck, which I almost kind of feel like I want to bring out now, because that is, whenever I see that card, it's like whatever we're doing at that time in our life or whatever decision or choices we're making, if that card comes up, then it's a good sign. It means that you're on the right path and that there's growth to be had here. There's opportunities here. It's something that we can pursue or explore. So there's an Emperor here that's transforming out of his negative traits or his attachments, his addictions, his dependencies, whatever it is. There is an Emperor here that is outgrowing his ego. His ego is breaking down. It doesn't have to be you, Cancer. It could be someone you're connected to. But whoever it is, there is an Emperor here that is in the process of transforming maybe into an Emperor. But he is, and this is, doesn't matter if it's male or female. It's just masculine energy. So the Emperor here is beginning to dismantle his ego. I'm also hearing pride. It's like breaking down. Wow. Oh my goodness. You will not believe what card just came out. The Empress. Wow. So definitely divine counterparts here. Beautiful divine feminine and masculine energies. You could also take this as one's own internal divine masculine and feminine, which is something everyone has. So doesn't matter how you identify, but we have both polarities within us. So for some of us, it's like, let's say, we are strong and dominant in the divine feminine, then being able to balance and kind of wake up the divine masculine within us helps us to, again, kind of put into action, step into more of a leadership role in our life by using the gifts and talents and creativity, maybe that the divine feminine would bring in, the sensitivity, that love for something, the passion, it's like being able to balance those two, being able to do something with it is what the divine masculine does, like be able to ground it into reality, to be able to provide, to stay consistent and committed to something, to kind of see something through long term, while that beautiful feminine energy brings in the passion of something and the creativity and kind of brings something to life. So it's like really, really beautiful. It's like visions being grounded into reality and making it real is when we have both of those energies together. So for some, our inner masculine energy could be healing there. And so we're able to finally bring things to life. So if you're someone who's always had lots of ideas, but didn't know how to make them come real or make them into reality, it's like, that's what's transforming. We're bringing down any kind of attachments or resistances that may have stood in the way of making something real, making something tangible, making something work, and bringing balance into our life that's leading to fulfillment, which is amazing. I'm going to actually leave the Empress there because I think that's a beautiful group of cards there. Very nice. Okay. Let's go into some oracle cards. It's a challenge for Cancer this week. Truth. So the truth being revealed. Yeah. Cleansing. This is a healing week for you, Cancer. So there may be some uncomfortable emotions. There may be some things that kind of come up that we didn't really want to see, but almost feel like we do need to see in order to move forward in our life. I feel like there's some truths about oneself that you may kind of see, or I feel like there's some kind of something uncomfortable, something that we didn't really want to look at or feel. Maybe it'll kind of bring up an emotion that we're feeling, but it is purifying. It's cleansing. It's making things. It's like refreshing. It's like hitting the restart button on our energy, and from that, it's like creates this fertile soil. By taking care of all of the weeds, kind of blowing everything out, and being able to start from like that blank slate. That's something positive for Cancer. Oh, yeah. Transformation. I feel like this is really significant, actually. I feel like this is, and what's interesting is I'm noticing, well, we have the rose here too. So that really came to my attention here. Something about a rose, symbolism of a rose, may really resonate with someone here. But if you kind of notice that this butterfly has two colored wings, and I think this is a wolf or a fox, I'm not sure, but has two colored eyes as well. And that kind of brings me to this polarity of the divine masculine and feminine, being able to balance both of those within us. And for some of us, we're also attracting that. I mean, could be happening simultaneously. So for others of us who have someone else, that is like our divine counterpart, as we balance those energies within us, we also attract our counterpart into our life in some form or another here. So, very beautiful, Cancer, very transformative energy. The animal totem for Cancer this week. Watch and wait. Yeah. So as things are, really transforming, as things are really, going through their process, this is about us allowing ourselves to kind of go with that change, go with the flow, and to follow our instincts. And that's another thing that is about the divine feminine. It's like we allow ourselves to be in the flow. We follow our instincts. We follow our intuition. And then we can also act upon them, solidify them, make them real, do something with them with that divine masculine energy. So I really feel like that is important here to trust what is unfolding, and it's going to happen. Things are going to unfold in the way that they need to happen. I'm also being drawn to the seahorse specifically. I kind of feel like with seahorses, I'm not sure actually if this is true or not, but something about them, I kind of feel like they, only have like that one partner for life, and that's it. I feel like they're that type of animal. But let me see. I'm actually going to read the message here. I feel like there's something else about the seahorse. Hovering gracefully, the seahorse observes with the perspective of one who is not engulfed by the drama, remaining at a distance from all the turbulence. Seahorse spirit appears at this time to remind you of the need to be neutral and gain perspective. Your message from seahorse spirit is, not my circus, not my monkeys. Spirit wants you to know that even if you are tempted to jump into the fray and try to fix things, the best way to serve yourself and others right now is to remain calm and simply watch and see. Another message here is, whatever your query, Seahorse Spirit asks you to step back from it. Be willing to explore things from different angles rather than a single one, and just observe what is possible. From the perspective of the position of the neutral observer, you will discover a myriad of opportunities and a deeper understanding of what you seek and why. And you will know beauty, truth, love, and wisdom. Yeah, very beautiful. Love that. Yeah, I feel like there are some things that are kind of unfolding. And I feel like this kind of is telling you that if there is a delay or something is not unfolding in the way that you thought it was going to, as quickly as you thought it was going to, something along those lines, just trust that, that you're being protected, that you're being watched over, and probably kept away from maybe energies that are not needed in your life. So, okay. Beautiful reading, Cancer. I hope you resonated with this reading. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Cancer.